Hello! Welcome to part 2 of my 2016 skincare favorites. This is going to be a massive 8-part series that I'm doing for you guys. 4 parts on like skincare and then 4 parts on makeup stuff. And I mean, this is basically because there's so much stuff that I want to share with you guys, like so many amazing products I've discovered. And you know, I've missed out a couple of monthly favorites as well, so everything's kind of accumulated. But there are a lot of products that, especially in skincare, you need to use them for an extended period of time in order to thoroughly test them out and understand them. Part 2 is going to be, I've got my little notebook here, essences, ampoules, serums, and eye creams. And I'm going to go into some detail on the differences between, you know, essences, ampoules, and serums, because this is more of a Korean kind of concept. The main difference is in terms of viscosity and concentration. So most of you will be familiar with a traditional serum. You know, it's a concentrated, specific kind of product. They're usually quite hydrating and they do a particular thing. So you might have like an antioxidant serum or a retinol serum or, you know, something like that. An ampoule is like a thin, very, very, very concentrated serum. It's like the super concentrated, super powered version of a serum. They usually come in little dropper bottles. And yeah, you know, you just kind of add a few drops into your hand and pat it into your skin very carefully and gently. Or you can add them to your moisturizer or to a serum. But I mean, that kind of gets a bit tricky because you want to make sure that it's an ampoule that is going to still work efficiently when added to that other product. So I don't tend to mix them, I tend to layer my skincare, which is the Korean approach to skincare as well. I absolutely love the Korean attitude to skincare and makeup. Which is basically summed up in the phrase 99% skincare, 1% makeup. So the idea is if you look after your skin and invest in it, then you don't need as much makeup, you know. So yeah, but it also has led to a whole range of makeup products, you know, Korean makeup products that are full of skincare benefits, which I absolutely love. I mean, that's one of the best things about, for example, cushion foundations, is the Korean ones tend to be full of skincare. You know, like there's a Laneige BB cushion that I have and absolutely love. You know, spoiler alert, that'll be in my makeup favorites. I'm wearing it now. I love Korean skincare and Korean makeup. There's just the whole philosophy appeals to me so much. It's so rational, you know. But yeah, with essences, ampoules, and serums, essences are like, the idea is that they're very, very lightweight. They're just pure liquid. It's like you're applying water to your face, but it's full of things that are good for your skin. There are mainly 2 different areas. There's an essence toner, which can take the place of a toner, but it has the benefits of an essence. So it's like a specific toner that does specific things. You know, so you might have an anti-aging toner, that's an essence toner. There's also treatment essences, which are, they're not toners by any means, they're not going to balance the pH, so you still need to use a toner when you use these, but a treatment essence does one very specific thing. I have a couple of essences, a couple of ampoules, and a serum to recommend to you guys, so it'll become more clear as I sort of explain, you know, the details of each one. Okay, so the first essence that I want to show you guys is a really big deal for me. I'm obsessed with this stuff. It's from Missha and it's their Time Revolution, the first treatment essence. The version I got is the intensive moist version. There's the original version, the intensive version, and then this one, intensive moist. So this one has all the benefits of the intensive version, but it's more hydrating and works in a moisturizing sense as well. So it adds that protective layer to your skin without being thick. It just feels like water that absorbs into your skin, and that's it. Yeah, this is what the bottle looks like. This is a dupe that Missha brought out for an incredibly expensive SK2 Essence. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt myself here, but the reason this video is a little late in going up is because I wanted to do some extra research on this product, and in particular, you know, the Missha Essence in relation to the SK2 Essence for you guys. There's a lot of information out there that did not seem reliable to me. It just didn't seem to add up and make sense. So I wanted to do some proper scientific research on this, research the ingredients, what they actually do, what they claim to do compared to what they can actually achieve for you, and really work out which product was overall better. Yeah, just to cut right to the chase, the Missha one vastly outdoes the SK2 one, and that really surprised and impressed me. So if I grab my little notes here. Oh, and yeah, the elephant in the room, I re-dyed my hair. So much. So to start with, if you compare the prices, you get 160 mils of the SK2 facial treatment essence from David Jones, or Maya I think carry it as well in Australia, for $210. That's insane, especially considering, I mean, it's a product that you use a decent amount of each day, you know. But the Missha one I got on eBay for $35 for 150 mils, which is, you know, obviously quite a bit better. Elsewhere, I've seen it for 49 Aussie dollars. For example, on the Missha Australian website, that's, you know, what the price listed there is. That becomes even more unbelievable, really, when you start to look at the ingredients. The main thing that the SK2 Essence boasts about, and also the Missha Essence really, and I have to deduct points from both of them for this, is the inclusion of galactomyces. Galactomyces are a fermented ingredient, and there's a lot of hype around fermented skincare at the moment, partly because when you ferment ingredients, you're breaking them down into smaller molecules, and smaller molecules can be absorbed deeper into your skin, which, you know, is a good thing in itself, obviously, as long as they're things that are actually good for your skin, that you want to absorb deeper. But yeah, there are a lot of claims around galactomyces that just aren't substantiated. When I was doing my own research into galactomyces, there really isn't much of it available. And the studies that are available are very small. So I wouldn't call this research reliable, but the results that are available do show some promising benefits to it, but they don't deserve the hype that galactomyces are getting. So these small-scale studies, which again are questionable because they're very small, and the results haven't been repeated and retested and verified. What they claim galactomyces have been, you know, shown to do for your skin are strengthen and improve the moisture barrier and act as a humectant, so they draw moisture into your skin and, you know, improve your skin's moisture barrier to keep it there, along with brightening and evening out your complexion and plumping fine lines. So that's where some of the anti-aging claims come from, you know, the plumping fine lines, but those effects were temporary in these studies. So I don't know if you can call temporary benefits like that anti-aging. So, you know, again, galactomyces, they're not worth the hype. Like, there's just not enough evidence at the moment to make it worth spending $210 on a product, especially when you consider that, as I said, the ingredients just don't compare between the two. The SK2 facial treatment essence, really the only thing that it has going for it is the inclusion of galactomyces, and as I said, when you do the research, that's really not worth it. So apart from the galactomyces in the SK2 Essence, which make up 90% of the product, it also contains butylene glycol and propylene glycol, which are humectants, so they draw moisture into your skin. They're good hydrating agents, but they're not the best. The Missha Essence, which has 80% galactomyces, so less, but again, it's neither here nor there because it's not an ingredient that's actually shown to work, you know, in a reliable, consistent sense. The hydrating agent in that one, along with propylene glycol, which is one of the two that's in the SK2 Essence, it uses glycerin, which is so much better. Oh my god. It's like second only to hyaluronic acid. So yeah, that's an excellent hydrating you know, agent to have in your skincare. So that one beats out, you know, the SK2 Essence just in that sense. The SK2 Essence also contains methyl parabens. So if you're concerned about parabens, you know, this is one to avoid. However, the Missha Essence contains no parabens. So yeah, that's another point in that one's favor. The Missha Essence also contains lactic acid, which is not something that's in the SK2 Essence. That's something that's, it's a mild AHA, so it's going to help to, you know, smooth and, you know, fight things like sun damage and that kind of thing. So that's an excellent ingredient to have. But the thing that to me really makes the Missha Essence worth buying in its own right is that it has a really decent amount of niacinamide, which is, you know, a very powerful anti-aging ingredient. So yeah, in that sense, I mean, even without comparing the two, the Missha Essence is excellent. It's full of fantastic ingredients and it's wonderfully affordable, especially like I said, when you consider you're getting 150 mils of the stuff. I mean, you know, how many skincare products in Western skincare do you ever get 150 mils of? But yeah, in comparing it to the SK2 Essence, which it was originally a dupe of, yeah, it just blows the SK2 Essence out of the water. So yeah, that's my little bit of extra research that I wanted to do for you guys. And back on with the original video. All you do is dispense a little bit into your hand, rub your hands together and pat it into your skin gently. Because of course you never want to rub in your skincare because that's, you know, it's abrasive. It's pulling and tugging at your skin. You're going to cause premature wrinkles by doing that every day continuously. So you always want to pat and tap your skincare into your face. Mike always makes fun of me because he just hears this sound from the bathroom and he's like, you know, wanking jokes, of course, because Mike. But yes, moving on. The other essence that I've been using obsessively is a Hyaluronic Acid essence from a brand called Naruko. Naruko! Sorry. I'm a Naruto fan, and anytime I say Naruko, I get like characters in my head calling out Naruto, like Naruto! But Naruto! Yes, I'm a nerd. Yeah, this stuff is glorious. It's so good. It says on the side it's their Hyaluronic Acid Super Rich Lotion Essence. In terms of dry skin, Hyaluronic Acid is a must. Like, it's the one product that I would recommend above all others for people with super dry skin. You need to get hold of something with a lot of hyaluronic acid in it, because hyaluronic acid excels at drawing hydration into your skin. It will keep doing it all day, you know, or all night if you put it on at night, obviously. So yeah, this is amazing for my super dry skin. But really, I think everyone should be using hyaluronic acid products because, as I said, everyone needs hydration in their skin. You know, I emphasized heavily already that, you know, people with oily skin need hydration just as much as anyone else. You know, because, as I said, you can still have dehydrated skin even if your skin is oily because, you know, a lot of the products that tend to be geared towards oily skin in terms of Western skincare tend to be very stripping as well. You know, the goal seems to be strip the oil, you know, like get rid of the oil, but that's just going to make your skin produce more, and even more so because those products dehydrate your skin. So yeah, you know, you can end up with a lot of like fine lines and texture on your skin when you have oily skin because it's dehydrated. So yeah, hyaluronic acid is something I really think everyone should be using. This is a fantastic hyaluronic acid product because it's just hyaluronic acid. It's hyaluronic acid in a solution that maximizes its ability to work for your skin. So yeah, I love these guys. This brand is just fantastic. They have so many awesome products. This is just my favorite at the moment. I've got a whole bunch more that I want to order, so I'm sure you'll be seeing more Naruko products in the future. The other thing I want to mention as well is with a first treatment essence or a first essence, that's something that you want to use before any other essence. So this is the first product you want to use after your toner. But you can use other essences with it. A lot of people use more than one essence, but if it says first essence or first treatment essence on the bottle, you want to make sure that you use it before any other essences that you want to use. So yeah, that's just one thing to keep in mind. Okay, I nearly said moving. Moving on to Ampoules. There are two that I want to recommend to you guys. The first one I've been using as my morning ampoule and evening ampoule, like using it both ends of the day for a couple of months now, and I've already ordered a replacement because I love it so much. It's from a brand called Iope, another Korean brand, and it's their multivitamin ampoule, this one here. So good. You get, I think, 30 mils in this. Yes, 30 mils, 1 fluid ounce. Which is pretty standard for an ampoule, really. You tend to get between 30 and 40 mils. Some really expensive ones you get 20 mils or 15, but I just don't bother with those. It's just too little product to be worth the money, you know, and I don't have that kind of cash to spend on 20 mils of product. So yeah, this one was great because it's less than $20 on, like, you know, to buy on eBay with free shipping. So yeah, this stuff is fantastic. Iope is generally sort of a slightly higher end brand. It's not super high end, but it's not exactly like, you know, Etude House level affordable. So to get this for less than $20 is pretty damn good, like especially in terms of Iope products. But the idea in a multivitamin ampoule is that this is specifically a multivitamin for your skin. So it has all kinds of vitamins and minerals that are going to benefit and support your skin. In particular, it has things like vitamin C and B vitamins. And of course, you know, vitamin C is so important, especially at the end of the day, because it helps to combat sun damage. You know, antioxidants in general, and this is full of antioxidants, are excellent for fighting free radicals, which are what causes the damage to your skin, essentially. I'm always looking for more products like this, just because I think they're such a great little thing to add into your skincare for a boost, you know. I wouldn't say this is something that's essential, but it is going to help. It is going to support your skin and help keep it healthy. So again, this is something I'd recommend for all skin types because everyone's skin needs nutrition and nourishment. The other ampoule that I want to recommend to you guys, I've run out of. I don't have it anymore, and I should have kept the bottle, but it's from a brand called Mizon, and it's their Snail Ampoule. I'll include a picture. But yes, oh, it's so good. Oh my god. If you're unfamiliar with Snail Mucin in skincare, or if you've heard of it as like the joke that goes around, there is actually science behind it. When you think about it rationally, snails produce this mucin to protect their undersides as they, you know, glide across the floor. So it protects their skin from abrasion because, I mean, obviously they're very delicate. So it also has a degree of antibacterial activity, I guess, as well. And it's very reparative for your skin. These are all the things that it does for snails that it also does for human skin. So in terms of what it can do for our skin, it's excellent for people with acne-prone skin because of that antibacterial action. It's not as powerful an antibacterial agent as honey, for example, but there is that aspect to it. There's also the fact that it helps to fade acne scars, and that's the big reason a lot of people use it. Because of course, I mean, that's such a problem for so many people. If you use, you know, a Snail Mucin skincare product in conjunction with a vitamin C skincare product, that's an excellent way to help fade acne scarring, or any kind of scarring really, that penetrates very deeply into your skin, which a lot of skincare products don't. With skincare, the goal is for it to penetrate into the dermal layer of your skin. Your skin's made up of two main layers. The epidermis on top, that's what you can see, and the dermis is below that. The epidermis is made up of different layers on its own, but you can call it one section of your skin, I guess. And then below that is the dermis. The dermis is where all of the blood vessels are. It's where all the nutrients come from. When your body supplies your, this skin that you can see with nutrition, it does it through the dermis. That's also where your collagen is. So really, you want your skincare to penetrate into the dermis. And that's hard to do. The people who think that anything you put on your skin gets absorbed, they don't know what they're talking about. There's a whole science dedicated to how to get products to penetrate into your skin. It's not easy. So there's a lot of skincare out there that just doesn't work because it doesn't get deep enough into your skin. Snail Mucin is very good at that. Yeah, the Mizon Snail Ampoule is excellent. It's one that's very well thought out. Like the other ingredients in the solution support the ability of the Snail Mucin to do its thing. So it's well formed. I'm obsessed with snail products at the moment. I love my snail sheet masks. I just ordered a snail moisturizer from Mizon as well. Mizon in general has really, really good snail products. So if you want to look into Snail Mucin skincare, they're a good place to start. So moving on, these two next products kind of count as halfway between a serum and an ampoule, I guess. They have a lot in common with ampoules and a lot in common with serums. They're a bit thicker, so I would tend to call them serums, but you can really call them either. They're from a brand that I discovered by watching Wayne Goss's videos, and I highly recommend his YouTube channel. Oh my god, I've discovered so much awesome stuff through him. This is a brand called The Ordinary, and they're basically combating overpricing of skincare. Their products are incredible, and they're so affordable. Oh my god. I think both of these were about 9 Aussie dollars each. Excuse me. And they're both excellent. This one here I'm using every single night. It's their Advanced Retinoid 2% stable emulsion of next generation forms of retinoid. This stuff is incredible. Oh my god. I do want to warn you guys, there's some research that's come out recently regarding retinols. Retinoids are synthetic, they're not actual retinols, they're like a synthetic equivalent that we've designed, and they're actually more effective than retinols, and they're more stable, so they don't cause irritation the way retinols do. So I actually recommend retinoids over retinols, but retinols are vitamin A, and when you put retinols on your skin, you absorb them systemically. That's what the research has discovered, and that's scary because vitamin A overdose can kill you. Honestly, I'd say stop using any actual retinols and switch to a retinoid until we know just where the threshold lies, because like I said, the research has discovered that we absorb them systemically, and that's a problem. It's raising the level of vitamin A in your system. That's risky, that's a big risk. The research now is aimed towards working out what the safe level is to put on your skin, and how safe it is to use at all. So we don't know at this point where the limit is. So honestly, I just say don't use them. It's just not worth the risk. You're risking your health, and you could be risking your life. So yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder how many people have ended up with chronic health problems because of this and had no idea why. And we had no idea why, because we didn't know that these things were absorbed systemically until recently. People could have died from this, and we had no idea why they died. So yeah, you know, there's that. But retinoids are perfectly safe. You don't absorb them systemically, but they do absorb into the dermal layer. That's exactly where you want them, and they stay there, which is exactly what you want them to do. Retinoids work exactly the same as retinols. They're just more efficient, more effective, more potent. So yeah, this stuff is awesome. It's made a massive difference in terms of my skin texture. Retinoids are also excellent for people with acne-prone skin. Retinols have been used in high doses to treat acne for a very long time now. Retinoids will do the same thing. So yeah, people who want to combat aging and people with very acne-prone skin, I definitely recommend retinoids. And this one in particular is a great product because it's so concentrated and so affordable. The other one that I've been using from The Ordinary, I haven't been using lately because I've been using, this one, my Hyaluronic Acid Essence. But when that runs out, I'll be going back to this one. It's their Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. It says it's a hydration support formula with ultra pure vegan hyaluronic acid. Vegan! Yes! It's so hard to find vegan hyaluronic acid products, so if you are vegan and you want a hyaluronic acid product but you want to know that it's actually vegan, get this one. It's so good, and 2% is a very high concentration. That's excellent for your skin. And the added B5 is going to help nourish your skin and also help the hyaluronic acid work better. They complement each other very well. So yeah, this is an excellent product to get hold of. The other serum that I want to recommend to you guys, I actually have in sample packets. Basically because it was cheaper to get like 50 sample packets than it was to get a 30ml bottle on eBay. Thank you, eBay. So yeah, I have about like 30 of these left now. This is my second lot. So I've been using this for quite a while and I absolutely love it. It's the Tonymoly The Black Tea London Classic Serum, this one here. And what I love about this is because it's black tea based, black tea is, well, tea in general is very, very high in antioxidants. And as I've said before, antioxidants are a big thing for me. I always want to make sure that I'm injecting as much antioxidant benefits into my skin as I can. That was a terribly phrased sentence, but you know what I mean. So yeah, if you want to try an antioxidant product, this is another very affordable one that's incredibly effective. Yeah, the ingredients list on this is excellent. It's full of things that are going to support the active ingredients in it. It's well formulated. So yeah, this is a great one to try. Whereas this one is a multivitamin, this one's pretty much straight antioxidants in terms of the benefits. So really you can go with either, but if antioxidants is something that you really, really want to focus on, this will have more of them. I do also want to mention that I tend to stick to using this at night just because it's very thick. It's a very heavy serum. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for people with oily skin. If you have oily skin, I'd say go with, this one, the Iope multivitamin ampoule, if you want to, go for an antioxidant-rich kind of product. For people with dry skin, this is fantastic. It's very, very hydrating, and it does form that barrier on your skin. But yeah, very, very thick. So as I said, I do tend to just stick to using this at night. It would be too heavy for me to use during the day. It just wouldn't feel comfortable, especially in the hot weather. Okay, lastly, I have 2 eye creams to recommend to you guys. The first one is very, very pricey. The second one is bafflingly affordable, but so good. So I'll start with the very expensive one. This one is from an Australian brand called Inoxa. It's not technically an eye cream, but I use it as an eye cream. You can use it on any fine lines, anything like that around your face. For me, my main concern in that sense is around my eyes, because I've always had creases under my eyes, like ever since I was a child, they've been there. So, and also with my Ehlers-Danlos loss, my skin being very stretchy and me having a very expressive face, fine lines are something that I'm very aware of trying to prevent, So yeah, this one is their Save Our Skin Line Refine cream, I guess. It says reduces expression lines. This is what it looks like. And I think it was about $60. Ugh. I got it on sale, so it was like 50 something, but the full price is about $60. It's crazy. Oh my god. The thing is, it works. So I don't know, I'm always torn. I will not be buying it again just because I have other things that will do the same job that I didn't have when I first bought this, but it does work, Personally, I recommend getting a good retinoid product instead, just because this is so much more affordable and it's more concentrated. Like it says on the front, it has Snap 8 ID line. No, Snap 8 and ID line. What are they? Like, what is in those, I don't know what I'm putting on my skin, and that unsettles me. I want to know what I'm putting on my skin and why and how it works, so that I can know that it's good for me and that it's safe and, that it's actually going to benefit me, that it's not just providing temporary benefits. Because after I stopped using this, things didn't go back to the way they were, but I did notice that, they got a little bit worse. Like, this has dramatically improved the creases down here, my nasolabial folds, a little crease down here, and the creases at the corners of my eyes, my itty bitty crow's feet, which again, I've had since I was a child, so I don't even know whether this kind of product can get rid of them since they're genetic, they're not age-related, But it did improve the way my eye makeup sat, especially the concealer under my eyes. So I tended to put this anywhere that I would put concealer, like, down here and sort of under my eyes and around the sides. So it's brilliant for that. Your makeup will sit beautifully with this stuff on your skin. But I just don't feel like it's worth $60 to me. If you're willing to spend that kind of money, this is an amazing product. It's fantastic. But $60 is a lot for me to spend on one product. So, I'm recommending it for people who want to spend that kind of money and can afford to spend that kind of money. But for me, it's just not something I can repurchase. The other one that I want to recommend to you guys is so affordable, it's confusing. It's another product from Mizon. It's their multifunction formula Snail Repair Eye Cream, and I love this stuff. Oh my god. As I said before, Snail Mucin is fantastic in terms of anti-aging benefits, so it's great in an eye cream. And this one is quite concentrated and stupidly affordable. It's about $7 on eBay for one, I think 25 ml tube. I think this is 25. Oh no, 15 ml. Getting ambitious. But yeah, like $7 for 15 mils of a really, really good product. I mean, that's as confusing to me as the products from The Ordinary, but Mizon skincare tends to be very, very well priced anyway, despite being excellent products. Like, please don't let the price put you off. This is a fantastic, fantastic product. Another tip in terms of eye cream is to use it anywhere that you have dry patches or areas of your skin that are prone to dryness. So I don't just apply this, you know, under and around my eyes. I apply it down here, a little bit on my chin, and between my brows, because those are the areas of my face that are very prone to dryness. There are also areas of my face that are prone to fine lines, and I'm finding that this is helping a lot in that sense. All of those areas are suddenly less creasy, which is exciting. Like, I used to have like permanent slight creases up here. They're just gone. Like, you can't see them no more. They're gone. Good. So exciting. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this stuff. It's so cool to see it working, because I've been using it for about 6 months now. This is like my third or fourth, I think third tube. I've already got a backup. I buy them like 2 at a time because it's so good and so affordable, but yeah. Cannot recommend this highly enough. Please don't let the Snail Mucin thing put you off either. There are so many ingredients in our skincare that are far more disturbing than the idea of snail goo. So, you know, it's not as scary or gross as it sounds. The product isn't sticky, it's just an eye cream. It just feels and applies like any other eye cream, only the big difference with this one that I've noticed is that it absorbs really quickly and really effectively. So there's less evaporation going on. It's not like it's, you know, just disappearing. When you tap it into your skin, it sinks in beautifully. Another tip is to apply your eye cream out to the sides, so like out towards your temples, because you can have fine lines developing that you can't see yet. So that's a great way to prevent things like crow's feet, is to apply them, apply your eye cream where you don't necessarily have crow's feet yet as a preventative measure. Because like I said, they can be developing below the surface long before you can see them. So yeah, tip of the day. So yeah, that brings us to the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the series. I will link part 1 in the description box, of course. That's either a police car or a fire engine. We've had so many fire engines going past lately. Oh my god. I reckon there's like an arsonist in the area or something, because there have been so many fires popping up, and it's just, the weather didn't justify it at the time, you know? Whatever. Totally unrelated. So yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome week. Keep on being your awesome, gorgeous, chronically fabulous selves, and I shall see you guys in part 3. So excited. See?